Hi there, welcome to GrainTV. It's Tuesday, January 19th, and we started this short week on an up note. Let's take a look at the Grain Edge trading platform and see where we closed. In Chicago, corn was the leader to the upside, gaining 4 3/4 cents, while beans was up 4 1/4, and wheat lagged behind with only a 1.5 cent advance. We started the day, the night session actually very strong, and we sort of chopped a little bit higher. In some cases, we closed off of the highs or down at the lows in some cases. Let's talk a little bit about some of the news that came out this morning. Informa released another revision to their 2016 U.S. crop acres. They look for corn to be at 88.9 million acres. That would be up from last year's 2015 corn acres of 88 million, and beans is where they see the most advance in acreage, coming in at 85.2 versus last year at 82.7. In other production news, Brazil Agriconsult came out with revised bean and corn estimates. They see a slightly lower bean crop at 99.2 million metric tons versus their previous estimate of 100.6 million metric tons. That is still below USDA's 100 million metric tons. In corn, this is where USDA and Agriconsult differ quite substantially. The Agriconsult actually lowered their corn forecast for Brazil to 85.6, but that still is well above USDA's 81.5. So there was some concern coming back from the holiday weekend. We did see some rains in northern Brazil, which is starting to cause a little bit of disruption or a little bit of a delay in the Brazil soybean crop harvest. There is some dryness going on in the southern part, and you'll recall that back in December, southern part of Brazil was actually too wet, and now it's reaching sort of the other side of the pendulum where we're looking to be a little too dry. Other news out today, we had export sales of 110,000 metric tons to unknown for corn, and so that in conjunction with some of these weather problems got the corn market pretty excited. Let's take a look at export inspections here. No real big news. Only thing coming above expectations was soybeans, coming in at just a hair below 1.4 million metric tons versus 1 to 1.3 expected. Corn and wheat were all within analyst expectations. Let's take a look at the charts in particular for soybeans, and let's go back. This is a 4-hour bar chart that we have in GrainHedge's trading platform. So you're seeing bars that are every 4 hours of trading. And I want you to focus in. We talked a lot about that 881 line last week. That was the overhead resistance that we were trying to get out of. That was the point that was the highest point of trade around that USDA report. And you can see we basically chopped above it a little bit, closed below it on Friday, but we came in and really were well above it all throughout the trading day and got up as high as around 888 before closing right around that low of 881. So we are hovering right around that 881. I think that's going to be a key thing to watch going forward. Are we going to break below that, in which case some of this short selling or the short liquidation may come to an end if we can see the market start to fall below that 881. I think as we pushed higher today, that got a little bit of carry through in terms of short covering, but overall closing at the low end of that range, down around that 881 mark, leads me suspect that this long or this short covering will lead to much further increases in prices. But watch that in the days to come. If you have any questions about your own marketing situation or are interested in learning about how we can help you at GrainHedge, by all means, give us a call, 877-472-4607, or visit us online at grainhedge.com. That's all we got for today, and trade safely.